Hey, it's Tony here at Smart Toyota in Madison, Wisconsin. Hey, today we're going to dive in and take a look at this brand new 2021 Toyota CHR Nightshade Edition. So for 2021, the CHR is an all-new trim. Nightshade is a brand that Toyota's been using since 2016, and it first began with the Toyota 4Runner, but now it's found its way into the CHR. So let's dive in and see what we can find. Okay, starting up front on the CHR, the headlight package on here, these are an LED style headlight, and they're a multi-reflector, meaning they have multiple reflection points within the headlight itself, but they are LED throughout. And then we have LED marker lights or daytime running lights as well. So a nice low profile, very aggressive style on those LED headlights. And then that wraps into the piano black upper part of the grille here with a huge chrome Toyota badge. Now the color on this one is Blizzard Pearl, so it's kind of a white metallic, and that's an extra charge color. There's no fog lights on the CHR Nightshade, but if you did put them in, which could be done at the dealership, they'd go right there. One of the things that's part of the Nightshade package up front is this lower air dam, or this lower spoiler here on the fascia. Piano black, just like we saw up here in the grille, and then we kind of have this multi-dimensional grille down below. So Toyota really goes with a lot of styling up front on the CHR, and that piano black definitely dresses it up. Let's swing around to the side. We'll take a look at the tires and the wheel package that's on here. So as we come around to the side, you'll notice the black contrasting. So Toyota's using black, piano black 18-inch wheels. So these are a painted wheel, and unique to the Nightshade Edition, you can see we have disc brakes up front with twin piston calipers, and they're also using this matte black trim up and over the wheel walls and extending it all the way down the side of the vehicle, contouring it with the body lines as well. One of the things about the CHR that really stands out are these big, bold, wide shoulders up here on the wheel lips, and that cascades all the way around to the back of the vehicle as well. Now, in addition to piano black wheels, the 18-inch wheels that are on there, also notice we have the piano black door handles with remote keyless entry. So you get the smart keyless entry, don't need your keys to get into the car. And then we have piano black mirrors as well, with your signals right here and your turn signals right here in the mirror. And these mirrors are folding, so if you got a tight parking space, but they're also automatic folding, so they're power folding mirrors. And then they also break away like so. So if somebody comes by and clips it with a grocery cart or a bicycle, hopefully won't take off your mirrors. We do have blind spot monitoring in the mirrors. And then there's also, down underneath here, you can barely see it, but there's a light here. And what that is that's a puddle light. So when you hit your keyless remote, it'll shine down on the ground, and it has the CHR logo within the puddle light. Pretty interesting concept. Notice we have also piano black paint, so your entire roof line is piano black, with the piano black shark fin antenna and the piano black rear spoiler. The way that they've styled the back of the car's pretty interesting. It is a 4-door, but what Toyota did was they blended the paint together here and then integrated the door handle right into this upper part of the door pillar. So when you look at it from a distance, it almost looks like a two-door, but indeed it is a four-door. Gas doors here on the driver's side. Let's go ahead and swing around to the back and see what we can find there. Stop. A lot of great styling and engineering went into the rear of the CHR. I would say it's probably one of the most aggressive styles that Toyota's offered on any vehicle. Again, those huge shoulders up over the wheels, big bold taillights. Check out how these kind of curve all the way into the body line. So really interesting styling. The taillights themselves are LED, but your indicators or your turn signals, those are halogen bulbs. Notice we do have blacked out badging, and this is a piano black badging for the Toyota and the CHR. And then down on the lower portion of the bumper, they're using the flat plastic trim all the way across here. This is not a tail light and it's not an exhaust. It's just a styling cue. I thought it'd be cool if they did add like a brake light in there. I think that would be an interesting look. There's your exhaust down underneath, and it is a single exhaust system. Quick look at your exhaust and your suspension up under there. These right here are reflectors. They're not lights, and you can see they're surrounded by the flat black trim. In addition to the piano black spoiler that's up here on the top, there's also a lip spoiler right here, runs all the way across. Rear washer, wiper, rear window defrost, and then your third brake light's right there, and that is an LED brake light. And finally, on the back, we do have our backup camera, and that's right here under the tailgate. Let's go ahead and jump into the trunk and see what we can find there. Okay, diving into the trunk, first of all, the CHR is a hatchback. The hatch is not power. It's a manual hatch, and there's a release or a pull-down handle right here. You'll notice there is a cargo cover that comes with the CHR, but this is really lightweight. It's just designed for security and covering up your cargo, and it is removable. So we can take that out. There's a look at your seating arrangement. I've got 40% of it folded down over here, 60% up there. Of course, you can fold 100% down. The release handles are up here. You just give it a push, and those do drop down nicely. And it does give you plenty of room. I'm not sure you could throw an air mattress in there. I don't know. I could measure it and see how long it is, but if you need to get tall items in there, that should be no problem. Over on the left-hand side, we've got a cargo light here and some storage down here. There's also places where you can hang your grocery bags. And then over on this side, same thing. Storage down there, place to hang your grocery bags, but no lighting on that side. And then your spare tire, which is mounted down under here. That's going to be a temporary. You can see there's storage compartments within here as well, so that's kind of nice for emergency equipment. Your jack and your tool kit's mounted over here, and then the tires all tucked down underneath there. It's all wrapped with this high density foam, so it keeps stuff from rattling around back there. And notice that cover stands up all by itself, so you don't have to keep monkeying with that when you're changing out your flat tire. There's also tie-down hooks in the corners, all four corners of the trunk back here, so you can secure your cargo. So that's a quick look at the trunk of the CHR. Let's go ahead and jump in the driver's seat and see what we can find up there. 1000, 2, 1000, 3, 1000, go. Okay, jumping in the driver's seat here, just stop real quick here on the door, point out some of the features here. So Toyota on the CHR has this theme of diamonds. So this is a hard diamond patterned plastic, and they carry that down into the door speaker down here. Notice there's a bottle holder and pockets on the doors. And then up on the door switch itself, the piano black trim here, which ties in nicely with the exterior. Kind of a gunmetal gray piece of plastic right here, and then a brushed aluminum door handle here on the on all of the interior door handles. Take a look at your driver's seat. The CHR Nightshade does not have a power seat, but there is a height adjustment right here, and your recliners back there. Notice the threshold has the diamond pattern on it as well. And then taking a look at the seats themselves, these are a cloth seat, and they have the diamond pattern in them as well. They're all gray with kind of a light gray contrast stitching with dark black fabric on the side here. And then we do have an adjustable headrest as well as adjustable seat belts for your height adjustment right there. Over on this side of the dashboard, down low here, gas door release, dimmer switch for your dash lights. The CHR does have automatic high beams, so you can turn that on and off right there. Your hood release, gas or brake and gas where you'd expect it, and a footrest. And then it does come, Nightshade does come with carpeted floor mats with the CHR logo right there in the floor mat. And then on your vents, gunmetal gray trim here, piano black here, and of course these are up and down. They have on and off switches as well. Let's go ahead and jump in the seat and see what we can find inside. Okay, here I am behind the wheel of the CHR. The steering wheel itself is leather wrapped. It's black leather and kind of a nice small compact steering wheel. They've included this piano black trim that we saw on the outside, and it's wrapping all the way on the inside, including your center console. So it gives it a real nice, rich, upscale feel in the CHR. On this side, we've got fingertip controls for your sound system, fingertip controls for your Bluetooth hands-free smartphone, and voice activation. And then over on this side, controls for your information center, which is up here in the center of the gauge cluster. And then there's some on and off switches right here for your lane departure and sensitivity for your dynamic radar cruise control. And then we've got the cruise control itself is down here, where traditionally you would find it on a Toyota. On this side of the steering column are the controls for your washer wipers for front and rear. And then over on this side are the controls for the headlights up front. And as I mentioned before, these headlights are automatic high beams. Taking a quick look at the gauge cluster, on this side is your tachometer, your temperature gauge, fuel gauge, and speedometer over on this side. And then right down the center is the information center. And this is where you can toggle through and get additional information and personalize the vehicle. So there's a clock, outside temperature, and your odometer is down here as well. And then if I use these controls right here, it allows me to toggle through to different information messages, different driving modes, gives you a digital speedometer. There's your lane departure, and you can actually set up your own settings. So if you want your own personalization, you can do that. This also indicates when a door is open. So if I open the driver's door, you'll see it automatically shows me that the driver's door has been opened and closed. Moving over to the center stack. So this is an 8.1-inch touchscreen. It does not have navigation. Of course, we do have Bluetooth connectivity. It is Apple CarPlay compatible, Android Auto, and Alexa compatible, and also has the backup screen in there. And it does have Sirius satellite radio, so you get 3 months of that included at no charge, and then it's a subscription fee after that. We also have Wi-Fi Connect, so if you want to set up your hotspot, you can do that. Of course, that's an additional charge as well. These are your vents for your heating and air conditioning with on and off switches. These are your hazards. Then down here is where you'll find the automatic temperature control, and it is driver side and passenger side controls, and then you can sync it up. So if you want them to be identical, you just tap this button and it brings them together, syncs them up. It also has an eco heat and cooling system, and the idea there is it will turn off the temperature on this side of the vehicle if you don't need it because you don't have any passengers, and focus all the heat and air conditioning this way to save you fuel economy. Also, we have rear window defrost, front window defrost, of course, but this is also where you turn on the defrost or the heat for the outside mirrors to clear them up. Push button start, and that's part of the smart keyless entry system. So you don't need your keys, they just have the fob. There's a key built into the fob if you need it for an emergency situation, but that's pretty easy to use. Way down here is where we've got a storage compartment. There's a USB charger there. There's a cup holder right here, and then onto our center console. So this is all that gloss black trim, goes all the way up and around. There's a aluminum cover on the shift knob right here, and it also has leather on the back side over here. This is a CVT transmission with intelligence, and then it also has a sport mode, so you can go ahead if you want, you can move it over here and do your own kind of manual shifting up and down if you like to, do your own shifting, I guess. Parking brakes are here, traction control on and off switch. There's an additional cup holder right here. So you have 2 cup holders in the center console, and then there's bottle holders on both front doors as well. Center armrest, it's really only big enough for one arm, and it's stationary. And then if we pop that open, there's some storage underneath here, and there's also a 12 volt power outlet right there for your electronic devices and such. Here's a quick look at the passenger side. I did want to point out there is a passenger sys grip up here. Makes it easier for them to get in and out. There's also this diamond pattern up here on the ceiling, which plays into the diamond pattern we saw earlier on the doors and the diamond pattern on the seats. On your visors, we have lighted vanity mirrors on both sides, and then we have visor extensions here as well. The overhead console, again with the diamond pattern, and we've got lighting here. We can set it to turn off all the lights with the door, and then we have safety connect right here, which is if you need emergency help, push that button and Toyota will get someone to come out and take care of you. Auto or a day-night mirror, it's not automatic dimming, it's the old switch, and there's no garage door opener built into that. So that's a look up front. Let's go ahead and jump in the back seat and see what we can find. Okay, diving into the back seat, just real quickly, we'll stop here on the door. Here's some more of that diamond pattern I showed you before. Again, that's a hard plastic. Basically, the whole door is hard plastic, including the armrest. Power windows in the back. There is a cup holder here, and there's one in the other door. Other than that, that's the only cup holders in the back seat. That brushed aluminum door handle I showed you earlier, it's plastic, but it looks like brushed aluminum. More diamond patterns down here on the door sill, as well as right here. So they really use that diamond pattern throughout. Now I've got this back seat folded down 60% on that side and 40% on here, so you can seat one passenger, have room for long items going up through there. Let me just go ahead and jump in the back seat. So notice on the backs of these seats we do have anchors for the kids' seats, so you can put those in there. And I'll just bring the seat back up. Now, the back seat, unfortunately, does not have any armrest, so this doesn't fold down like you'd see on a lot of cars for an armrest. I think that's kind of a miss. There's also no charging ports back here, so you can't plug in your smartphone to charge it up or what have you. Again, a minor miss, but I think for this kind of money it should have those. No map pockets on the backs of the seats. There's no passenger assist grips or laundry hooks back here for dry cleaning, nothing like that. And then there is an overhead dome light, which you can see is further back. So if you are sitting in the back seat, you can turn that light on. I would have liked to have seen maybe an over-the-shoulder light up here. So I think the back seat of the CHR is pretty bare bones in terms of features. As far as legroom goes, I've got this front seat back about 3/4, almost all the way back. And you can see I've got about 3 inches of legroom. And if the seat's all the way back, I'd probably pretty much run out of legroom. That one's all the way back there. So very little legroom. Really a pseudo coupe, if you will. Here's a quick look at the driver's compartment. Let's go ahead and take a look under the hood and see what we can find. Okay, under the hood on the CHR, we find Toyota's 2-liter 4-cylinder gasoline engine. This engine is a 16-valve design, and it produces 144 horsepower. It's connected to a CVT automatic transmission with shift mode. And so the combined fuel economy city and highway is 29 miles per gallon. We do have a great warranty package on the Toyota drivetrains. That's a 5-year, 60,000-mile drivetrain or powertrain warranty with no deductible. And then, of course, the vehicle does come with Toyota Care. And Toyota Care covers all of your basic maintenance for 2 years or 25,000 miles, whichever comes first. So if you need an oil change, it's covered under Toyota Care. If you need your fluids topped off, it's covered under Toyota Care. And in addition, if you or when you need your tires rotated, that's covered by Toyota Care as well. In addition to those two warranty packages, there's a 3-year, 36,000-mile limited warranty, and that covers just about everything except for maintenance, wear and tear, and or damage caused by an accident. So really great warranty package on your 2021 Toyota CHR. So there's an overview of the 2021 CHR Nightshade Edition, Blizzard Pearl White with black highlights. Great looking vehicle. It's available for sale here at Smart Toyota. Visit our website, smarttoyota.com, and shop for your next Toyota. This is Tony at Smart Toyota. Thanks for watching.